Okay, we're going to start our class. This is our topic. The topic is visible on the screen. Right now you can see it. First, we have to deliver your speech, part one, then part two, then part three. After your speech, you will get your feedback depending on your grammatical error, your pronunciation, and also lexical error. Okay, now we can start. Who is ready? Sigma, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, first question for you. What's your name?
My name is Urpita Khamim Sigma. You can call me Sigma.
Where are you from?
I'm from Bogura, Bangladesh.
What do you do?
I study. I am a college student. I am currently in my first year at college.
Okay. Do you have a talent or something you are good at?
Yeah, I have some qualities, even though I consider them a talent because I have a good voice even. I am a singer and I like to sing many songs and melodies that people, which people impress a lot from my vocal. Sometimes I use my talent for entertainment purposes and also to reduce my stress. And my this talent, singing songs sometimes gives me pleasure and happiness.
Okay. Do you think
And I am also good at memorizing things uh, by at a very short moment, and that is also my another talent.
okay. Do you think your talent can be useful for your future work?
Yes, I think my talent can be useful for my future work because there are tremendous, there are numerous objects that I can, that, s- mm, yes, I think my talent can be useful for my future work because there are numerous objects that I want to launch very soon that can recognize my voice and also record many voices in a very good lyrics, and that can impress the youth of the modern era. This practice leads to this practice leads to very popular fame in a future event, and thus my talent can be useful for my future work.
Do you think people in your family have the same talent?
Actually, I think there is no people in my family who have the same talent like me. Actually, I am the foremost person in my family having a good voice in singing, and that's all, sir.
Okay, Sigma, your speech has been improved, I should say, because you are trying your level best to develop yourself every day. But the fact is that you have some mannerism. Sometimes you produce this unnecessary sound. So try your level best to avoid this sound and try to speak fluently. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Jarin, are you ready for part one? Please unmute yourself, Jarin.
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. What's your full name?
My name is Jarin Tabassum. You can call me Jarin.
Where are you from? Where are you from, Jarin?
I'm from Bogura.
Okay, you have to say I'm from Bogor, Bangladesh. Okay, what do you do?
I'm a student. I have SSC examinee. Yes.
Okay.
I have recently attended in my SSC exam.
Do you have a talent or something you are good at?
Yeah, I can drawing. I am good at drawing. So it's my talent.
Okay. Do you think your talent can be useful for your future work?
Yeah, I think that my talent can be used for my future journey because in many programs we can see that many arts or drawing are framed in some walls or something, so my talent can be used on that occasion or to enjoy to people.
Okay. Do you think people in your family have the same talent?
Yes, my cousin is also good at drawing, so I am inspired from her.
Okay, Jarin, thank you for your space. Actually, to speak fluently, you have to take your preparation on a shared topic, and after this, you can deliver your speech here. Then you will be able to speak fluently. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for anyone to deliver his or her speech on any topic. Okay, so for this, you need previous preparation.
Yes, sir.
Bijan, Bijan, can please unmute yourself, and I'm going to ask you some questions from part one. Yeah. What's the name?
Sound, sir.
So, yeah. What's the name?
Yeah, my name is Yusuf Ali, and I prefer you calling me Ali.
Where are you from? Second question for you. Where are you from?
So I can't hear you properly. I think it's network issue. So would you please repeat again?
Where are you from?
So I'm from basically Meherpur, which was the formal capital of in our country. And currently I live in Dhaka because of my study purpose. Yeah.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm pursuing my MSc in mechanical engineering right now, and I'm doing my thesis on mechanical engineering. So yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you three questions about talent. Do you have a talent or something you are good at? Good at means expert.
Yeah, I really I have a talent because in my school I was really enjoy doing math, and up to right now whenever it's doing different difficult types of math, so I really flexible doing these kinds of math. So yeah.
Okay. Do you think your talent can be used for your future work?
Yeah, absolutely. I really think that my talent will be really help to encourage me to achieve my goal, because I'm doing it math. After that, I decide that I have to admit it in engineering university. So yeah, right now sometimes my professor also appreciate me, and he also telling me, yeah, you will do better and your future will be better if just you keep it continue. So yeah, that's I really think, and my talent it will be really help me a lot in my future.
Okay. Do you think people in your family have the same talent?
Actually, I didn't think so, because in family, everyone is not like it's natural ability. So it's not like same everyone getting the same thing. But it's possible to gaining their achievement if everyone very patient, or everyone deal these kinds of thing regularly, it will be achievable. But talent is not possible to is the same. It's vary to person because of its natural ability and God gifted as well.
Okay, Bijan, thank you very much for your space. Actually, after two, you have to use the base form of verb. To gaining, not to gaining, to gain. You have to say to gain. And the other parts of your space are almost okay, I should say. But I should recommend you to take the preparation properly on a shared topic so that you can speak here properly, because you are a good speaker. So for this, you need proper preparation to deliver your space. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Fabian, please try to speak. I think, yeah, right now you can hear me. Please introduce yourself, Fabian.
Okay, good evening. Can you hear me?
Try to speak a bit louder so that we can hear you clearly.
All right, can you hear me now?
A little bit.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello?
Now, okay. Okay.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's fine. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Obike Fabian. I'm calling from Nigeria, which is in the west of Africa.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been a member of this program and also been following on the Zoom meeting for some time now. And I thank Mr. Lin for giving me the privilege to be sharing with you tonight. So
You can mention here your educational background and also your aim in life or your intention, everything you can share with us.
okay. So I would love to share some facts and tips and tricks to IELTS speaking, as well as reading, writing, and the rest. So if I'm given the privilege and opportunity to do that, I'll be doing that for the subsequent time. But for today, I will only do speaking practical for a few minutes as the time permits us. Are we together?
Okay, Fabian, if you are interested, then I am going to ask you some questions from part one.
Okay, please go on.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Obike Fabian.
Where are you from?
I come from Nigeria, which is in the west of Africa.
Do you have a talent or something you are good at?
Of course, I do have a talent. I have a talent. Number one, I'm a teacher.
Skill.
I'm a classroom teacher.
Yeah.
I also do designing and printing of all forms of documents, and also I do research. I can do research to any length I could. So I think that's a talent, and I love it.
Okay. Do you think your talent can be useful for your future work?
Pardon?
Do you think your talent can be useful for your future?
Of course, it can be useful for my future work because teaching will continue to be existing for as long as human being lives. So I'm going to continue teaching the present and the upcoming generation. So I think in the area of teaching, my talent is going to be useful. And in the area of designing and printing, as long as people continue to have a new school, new business, new company, there will be need to for company designing of customizing of company profiles and all that. So in terms of computer operating, which is designing and printing, for as long as we live, we need that every day of our life. So I think that will also be needed, and I think it's going to help in my future work.
Yeah. Last question for you. Do you think people in your family have the same talent?
Not really. They didn't have the same talent because of our individual differences. We have a lot of destiny mindset. Some people decided to go for medical, maybe for medicine, practicing banking, agriculture, and all that. So we didn't have the same talent in the family, but I think few of them have related idea and experience, including talent, to what I do.
Okay, Fabian, thank you very much for your speech. Dear participant, already you have heard his speech. He speaks very well, and you have opportunity to practice with him, and he is very eager to practice with you also. So he is in our group. So if you like, you can communicate with him. You can practice your speaking and other parts also. And he's very much eager to join with you and to teach you and also to learn from you.
That's right. That's fine.
Okay, Fabian, please stay with me.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay, dear participant, now we are going to start part 2. Already we have finished part 1, now part 2. And for this, I would like to address Sigma. Sigma, you have to deliver your speech on part 2. Describe a toy you got in your childhood.
Today I'm going to describe a toy that I got in my childhood, and the toy is Barbie doll. It is the miniature Barbie doll. Most of the girls find it fun to dress up the Barbie doll. When in my childhood, I was crazy about Barbie dolls. When I went to the supermarket with my parents, I asked them to buy it for me, but all time they refused to buy it. On my 18th birthday, my father had presented it to me as a surprise. The same Barbie doll that I had told him to buy it on that day. I was so shocked because my father gifted me the same the same Barbie doll I wished for. From that day on, I used this doll in every time, and I always took it with mine. From while even though while I was eating, I used it I used it every time with me. So that's why my mother always scolded me to keep the toy away. Uh, but then I felt very sad. Um, most of the holidays were spent most of my holidays were spent with the Barbie doll because I didn't have any siblings, so I always played alone with the Barbie doll. When I played with the Barbie doll, I felt very happy. I didn't feel lonely and alone at all. Still now, I am collecting the new Barbie doll which are invented now. That's all, sir.
Okay, Sigma, thank you for your informative speech. The fact is that um, sometimes it seems to me that you are reading something. Okay, be natural because we are learning speaking, and for us, speaking, we need to be more and more natural, and you have to be that. And at the same time, be careful while using your tenses because you are committing your mistakes while using tenses. You are mingling present tense with past tense. So be careful which tense you need depending on your incident. Okay. You must be sure
Sir.
before delivering your speech. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I would like to take feedback from Fabian. What do you think about her speech? What is your recommendation or advice for her to develop her space? Fabian, please.
Okay. Yeah, I think you've made the correction already.
Yeah.
But I think I need to add a little to it. Reading from her statement and the little time she used, and like some articles, like you said, there are things that she needed to look into while speaking, because when present are being used for the past and when past is being used for the present in terms of use of tenses in English, then automatically everything that you does become incorrect. So, and it's always good to be fluent in your original tongue so that whenever you have a serious discussion, you wouldn't have to like deviate or change from how you started. Because sometimes when you started, you're trying to control your intonation, the way you speak and all that, when you are not being natural at the end, when the conversation being extensive, then you are going to definitely being deviated from it or even not in a control of your conversation with the person or maybe the interviewer at the moment. So I think she needs to improve on maintaining the original tongue, the fluency of her, the level of her English. Then that's number one. And two, thanks is
Oh, okay, Fabian, thank you for your valuable space.
very important. things in one sentence.
Fabian, I'm sorry, your network is not clear. I cannot hear you properly, so please stay with me. I'll talk to you again.
Okay.
Please,
Yes, sir.
mute yourself and you have to deliver your part two.
Okay, sir. Okay, so today I would like to talk about a toy, what actually I got in my childhood. So, okay. So yeah, I can't say I'm really keen on that, like a toy. Yeah, honestly speaking, I'm not like a lot, but yeah, I hardly remember that in my childhood, my grandmother gifted to me for my birthday. It was a teddy, and its color was is gray. Yeah, that color actually is provoking me, by the way. So when actually I just got it. So when I just remember at the time in my schools there have a sport competition. So on that time my friends were mocking me. That's why they are not wanted to me joining a team. But on that time I feel really, what can I say? Actually, I that time I feel very sadness. And when I came back my home at that time, I feel beside my toy, I'm just try to talking with Trady. And yeah, on that time I realized that I feel just relaxed, and sometimes I get self motivated from this toy. Yeah, I had to joining this competition because I just was good at cricket. So why not I'm joining whatever they want or not. So yeah, overall I would say whenever I just getting bad time, I just talk with my teddy, and this teddy was makes me happy. So yeah, that's all about. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Bijon Khan, thank you for your space. Everything is almost okay, but it seems to me sometimes your voice is trembling. Maybe this is because of nervousness. So try to overcome your nervousness, then your space will be okay. Again, Fabian,
Yes, sir.
give a feedback for him for Bijon Khan. What do you think about his space?
Oh, okay. That's fine. He actually tried, and maybe I think this can easily be corrected. It's like when you plan to say something, you begin to say it as if you are just starting. So maybe when you start a conversation with someone, or maybe an interview, the first 2 to 5 seconds of your conversation, you can be thinking of what you want to say, but then after that 5 seconds abroad, I think you should be able to compose and be fluent within the level of your English. So maybe when you start talking, you say uh, um, a lot of speakers and listeners would be unable to comprehend what you're trying to say and figure out meaning and point of what you're trying to make. So when you make an attempt of speaking within 1 to 5 seconds of your conversation, try to put yourself in place and maybe give the interviewer or the examiner a little, ask them to give you a little time so you could think of what to say. That's why when you see that Ananias speaking is presented and a topic to discuss, they'll give you some second to think about what to say before you begin a conversation so that you can go through to the point and they could be able to figure out points and meaning from what you say. Even though when you are fluent and the time that you spend in trying to calculate your words before speaking is going to definitely limit your points during the conversation. I think that is only a point I think it should be corrected on him for now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Fabian, thank you very much for your recommendation for him. I think Bijon, you have got the point. So,
Welcome, sir.
okay, Sigma, please unmute yourself. Now we are in start part 3. Sigma,
Yes, sir.
okay. First
Hello.
question for you. Yeah, Fabian, please stay with us. Would you like to describe part 2, Fabian?
All right.
Okay. In this case, please finish your speech first, and then we'll start part 3. Okay. Describe a toy you got in your childhood. Fabian.
Up to Fabian.
Yeah, for you.
Okay, please come again.
You have to describe part 2, depending on this topic. The topic is visible on the screen.
I can really hear you. The network is a bit breaking. Can you repeat again?
You have
I'm
to
sorry about that, please.
part 2. Am I audible to you clearly?
I can hear you now, sir.
Okay. You have to describe this topic. The topic is describe a toy you got in your childhood.
Okay. I should take the whole questions or only question number 1?
A whole question.
The whole question?
Yeah, you have to cover all the questions.
Okay, no problem. The question says, describe a toy you got in your childhood. All right.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, I didn't like toy when I was a little child because I was the last born of my family. So a lot of people was ahead of me. I have elder sister, I have elder brother, uncles, and other senior siblings. So they didn't permit me to play and enjoy my childhood. I can boldly say that even to the hearing today. And even now I can say that I enjoy my life more than I do when I was a child because there were a lot of restriction. I was not really with my mom when I was a child because I was sent at the tender age when I was a toddler to go to school outside where my mom and my parent, let me say my parents were living. So because of that, I don't really have a good experience of playing that much, and especially the toy and other things that the children do love playing with. I don't really like them because if I do play with them a little time, they'll come and flog me, discipline me that why am I playing on the ground? It is time for me to go to bed. It is time for me to read my books and all that. So because of that, I decided to take off playing from my house. Even as a little child, I could discipline myself from playing around and with things and other objects at home. So in my opinion, I don't think I have playing on toy because I don't really play with toy. The only thing I play with when I was a little child was my books and also with things like home sets, electronics and all that. So because those one gave me amazement when I tune down the television or radio, I'll listen to things that I love to hear. So from there, I'll pick and I'll become happy at the moment. So I don't really have experience with using of toy when I was a child. So that's number 1. Can I go on?
Okay, go on, please.
Okay, so 2, um, because no one gave me a toy, so I don't really have much to say on a toy. And other things that I in the last question and explain how felt about the toy. I think I have to go straight to this one because the 1, 2, 3 question I don't have an experience with them. So let me go to the final one, which says and explain how you felt about the toy. Can I go on?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So myself as a human being, when you were giving birth to, you grow in stages. You grow from a baby, from fetus to a baby, from baby to toddler, from toddler to brooms, from brooms to teenage, and from teenage to young adult I am today. I could say that I don't really have any experience playing with all these objects like toy, like cartoons and the rest. So it's a long time experience that I don't really have the privilege. Even if I would have loved playing with them, I was not given the privilege. Are we together? Oh,
Yeah, that's all
together?
right. Yeah.
Okay, because I was not given the privilege. You know, there are certain things that you could love as a toddler and as a Bronx and even up to teenage level. If you are given the privilege, maybe by your parent or your elder siblings, maybe they keep introducing those things to you. They keep telling you about the good of them and all that. So you begin to pick interest of loving them, playing with them, and have a lot of experience over them. So since I was not given the privilege and opportunity to have access to those things like toys and the rest, so I don't really have much to say. And from that point, and I begin to develop on love. I didn't love them again. I didn't have any feeling for them because I was not given the privilege to have and know how it feels from the childhood. So that was not in my mind again. You know, it's like once you grow up with something very interesting, you hardly forget them. So when you grow up, when you didn't have the privilege to grow up with certain things as a child, when you grow up, you begin to live over those things. You didn't have feelings for them. It's like a child that live far from the parent, parent, no father, no mother with the child. It's like an orphan. When you go to a place where you have the feeling of expressing your feeling, how you feel, play with other children, you begin to feel at home with those ones. So when you come back to your biography and your biological home, you begin to feel strange and not being comfortable with them. So for that reason, I don't really have experience and I don't love toys and I don't love anything like most of things that people play with, maybe in a club, in a beach, in maybe into housing sport and all those things. The things people love to play with. So I was not given the privilege because of the serious and the interdiscipline I have with my parents. So become an issue to me for now. So I don't have love for them and I don't really have the need for use of them as of this present date I am now.
Okay, dear participant, please join with me with the same link. This link is almost over. So join with me again with the same link. Okay.
All right. Hello.